Good morning, everyone. Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge Sean B. Perkins. While court is in session, please keep your backgrounds quiet and clear. Sit back, wait for your names to be called. Also, if you're in a vehicle, there is no driving while court is in session. Also, there will be no talking, eating, drinking, gum chewing, walking around of any kind, and please remain properly dressed at all times. Thank you. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Good morning, counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sorry, I'm 2 minutes late. I went into the wrong courtroom.
All right, very well. Let's call the case of Brittany Loretta Langowski. Case numbers SD 806469, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Aluciado P77614 on behalf of Ms. Brittany Langowski, who is present via Zoom. Ms. Langowski, can you please state your name for the record?
Brittany Langowski.
Okay, Ms. Langowski, the offer today is to plead to an amended count of improper plates. That's a 0-point offense that does not abstract to the Secretary of State. That'll be a $240 misdemeanor fine. I'll give you some time to pay. I'll dismiss the other count. I'll make you responsible for the warrant. I'll waive the warrant fees and hold you responsible for the reinstatement. You have a right to it. You have a right to a trial if you don't want to take that offer, and you have a right to speak to counsel if you want some more information regarding it.
So I'm to just pay the reinstatement fees, or there was other? I'm sorry, I couldn't really hear.
Here, speak to her, please.
Yes, Your Honor. So the offer was that they're going to dismiss one charge, and they want you to plead guilty to the amended charge of improper plates, which is I think she.
I'll put her in the breakout room.
Okay.
She's young.
Hello.
The lawyers in the breakout room want to speak to you.
Okay, how do I get there?
You just came back out. Here he is here.
Sorry.
Should I continue speaking with her, Your Honor? Or, okay. So, ma'am, they're gonna dismiss one charge, and they want you to plead guilty to the amended charge of improper plates, which is a 0-point misdemeanor. The fine for that is $240, and there may be reinstatement fees on top of that for the $45. You want to accept that offer?
That's on top of the $400 I paid.
So if you paid a bond, then we can have the bond applied towards. We can ask the judge to have that bond applied towards fines and costs.
Can we do that? Because I don't work. I'm on disability, so I can't afford it.
You want to accept that offer, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see here.
Crazy.
2018 case. So yeah.
I had those plates done the following week, but I wasn't in town, so I was never able to make the court date.
2018. No, this is 2000.
Yeah, I paid the remaining tickets on it. I didn't find out that I had 2 other tickets until recently when I called, and then that's when I went down and paid the $400 bond on both of them, and then they gave me this court date. And I actually used my stimulus checks to pay those. I don't.
Because you paid four related civil infractions with this. And we're gonna dismiss both the matters.
Thank you.
I'm gonna waive the warrant fees, but you're still gonna be responsible for those $45 reinstatement fees. You can take care of that one of a few ways. You can, pay it online, the $45 fees, and then eventually that money will be returned to you. And you can come down to the court and ask that those two $45 fees to meet those, the bond to immediately be applied to your $45 reinstatement fees. And then the money will be returned to you in the mail. They won't give your money back down at the window. Or you can pay it on at any DivDav kiosk in the city of Detroit, the $45 fees, and the money will return to you. Or we can put in a request here, and you can call this number 313-965-5228 and follow up on that request to tell them that you want that bond to be immediately applied.
Okay, I can go to the courthouse and pay the $45.
All right, well, if you come to the courthouse, you don't have to bring any money. It seems like you have enough money to take care of it. Let me say this. You do have an open warrant out for a 2019 case, so it'd be best that you do come to the courthouse because they probably are gonna just take that bond money and apply it to this open warrant that you have.
I have an open warrant for 2019 for vehicle?
No, for assault and battery, ma'am.
Okay, so come down there I can come down there today. So what?
Birthday is 4/6/1991.
Who is this?
Your date of birth, 4/6/1991?
No, 4/6/1994.
Oh, well. It's gonna be a little bit of a problem. Did you ever live in Warren on Ford Avenue?
Yeah.
Well, I think you need to come on down and take care of this open warrant now.
I will. Do I need to bring anything with me?
Some money. I mean, I guess you got money here applied to this bond. It should take care of it. It should be enough. So, no, I think you'll be all right if you just come on down and take care of it.
Okay, I did.
All right.
I did. Okay. Okay, I'll do that.
Ma'am, you have a very good day.
Thank you. Now.
Okay. Mr. Vershawn Love.
Yes, Your Honor. Excuse me.
Let's call the cases of the city of Detroit versus Vershawn Latrice Love. Case numbers SP 11448511. This one's in warrant status. It would be SP 84777921. Let's call the case is also in warrant status of SX 237950. Correct that. SX 23795101. And that's in warrant status as well. Appearance for the record, please.
Ali Shiedo P77614 on behalf of Ms. Love, who is present via Zoom. Ms. Love, can you please state your name for the record?
Vershawn Love. Vershawn Latrice Love. Excuse me.
All right, Ms. Love, there's no offer here in the file. It's not valid. Expired license.
Didn't hear. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I couldn't hear you.
Line on license. All right. Pardon me?
How many charges?
She's got 3 charges. One of them is state charge of expired license. The other one is allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, which is city. And the other one is drove while license not valid, which is city.
You can see if you have a valid license.
Do you have a valid license, ma'am? I'm sure she does.
No, I do not, Your Honor.
All right. The offer today is allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, ma'am. That's a $240 fine. That's a misdemeanor, but I'll take that under a 3-month delayed sentence. I'll do it one step further. I'll dismiss that immediately upon payment. That means that you won't even have the misdemeanor on your record, ma'am. And I'll dismiss the other 2 counts. Or you can go to trial on the matters, ma'am. You can set a trial date and you can go to trial on the matters, or you can speak to the lawyer to help you sort of decipher your options.
So can I have permission to speak through you, sir?
It's not much you can need to say to me, ma'am. Whatever you need to say needs to go through the lawyer.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
I'll go back in breakout room 2, Judge.
Yes. And then if you let her know that there's some other civil infractions that are open.
Do I press? Okay, wait.
Join the room now. All right, let's do this. This is Mr. Gibson, Andrew Gibson.
Hello,
Hello, how's it going? What's your name, sir?
Daquan Littleton.
I saw your name on your. Yeah, and the 2 on the next page. All right, so just please leave your phone until I call your name. If anybody has,
Oh, okay. I'm back, Your Honor.
all right, we're back on the record with Mrs. Love. Counselor, I give you an opportunity to speak with your client in the breakout room. What would your client like to do?
Your Honor, Ms. Love would like to take advantage of the offer, Your Honor.
All right, let's do that. Now, Ms. Love, this offer is going to require you to remember some things a long time ago. I hope your memory is good because it's a pretty good deal. I will say this, I was going to say before you left the room, you have some civil infractions that have gone in default a long time ago. If you're willing to, if you're really interested in getting your license back, then you pay this $240 fine and you come back into court, and we'll see what we can do about getting you some of these penalties and fees erased from there to get you back closer to the original cost of the ticket as we possibly can, okay?
Yes, thank you.
All right, so, Ms. Love, can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I swear.
Put your hand down, ma'am. Ma'am, you understand the maximum possible penalty for these misdemeanors are 93 days in jail and or up to 93 days in jail and or $500 in fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial in these matters?
Yes,
Which are very old, which are relatively old. You'll set a trial date, but, all right, and, you understand by taking this offer, you're gonna give that trial right up?
yes,
Has anybody offered you anything other than what I've stated in the record?
no.
Okay, ma'am, let me draw your attention back to, well, this was relatively new, December 15th, 2020, at around 1:44 PM in the city of Detroit, in the area of Clarita and Kentfield, ma'am. Did you have a 2006 Chevy, ma'am?
Yes,
And did you allow someone to drive that 2006 Chevy on that date and time?
yes,
And that person didn't have a valid driver's license, did they?
no.
And here's a tough one. And you knew that person didn't have a valid driver's license, didn't you?
Yes,
There it goes. All right, very well, ma'am. I'll accept your plea to the allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. I'll take that under a 3-month delayed sentence, ma'am. And I will dismiss the other matters with stipulation of probable cause, counselor.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
All right, and I will sentence you to $240 fine. I will waive the warrant fees. You're going to be responsible to pay reinstatement fees, ma'am. So when can you pay?
I can pay today, Your Honor.
Very well. All right, I'm going to put in here, just for the sake of the computer, ma'am, and just for the sake that you have some time in case something goes wrong, I'm going to put in here September 3rd, just a week. But if you pay it today, that case will immediately be dismissed.
Okay,
And then if you do pay it today, then you zoom back in on Monday and we'll see what we can do about these other civil infractions that you didn't take care of a long time ago, okay?
okay, Your Honor.
All right, if there's nothing further, Ms. Love, have a very good day.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. Let's go with Mr. Gibson. All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Andrew Michael Gibson. Case number SP 1050911, counts 1, 2, and 3. And SP 1062505, counts 1 and 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Ali Shado, P77614, on behalf of Mr. Gibson, who is present via Zoom. Mr. Gibson, can you please state your name for the record?
Andrew Michael Gibson.
Okay, Mr. Gibson, there's an offer here in the file to plead to the improper plates. That's going to be a $240 fine. That's going to be that's not a non-abstractable misdemeanor, meaning you won't get any points from that, and the Secretary of State will not know about that improper plate. However, there's another misdemeanor that the city attorney is, the agreement is laid out for you to plead to a failure to display, amended count of failure to display. That is another misdemeanor. It's going to require a $240 fine as well. However, that is gonna abstract to the Secretary of State, and that's gonna generate an automatic 30-day suspension on your driver's license. The other 1, 2, 3 counts will be dismissed. You have a right to a trial, sir, and you have a right to speak to the to the House Counsel regarding the matter if you want some more information.
Like,
All right, very well. Put you in a breakout room. Excuse me, let's see this on here is 643-770-12. Have already been taken care of for some reason. What is dismissal program?
I'm not sure who was the judge.
William Conklin.
Maybe he was ordered to take a class or a program and no longer to this time. Sure. Never heard
All right. So let's get the state on the line. And this is Green. All right, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. No.
Thank you.
You don't trial petition too. Pardon me? We look at the state prosecutor on trial petition. Congressional trial is a state proceeding.
All right.
He teaches law.
All right. I got Mr. Grisham in, and I have Mr. Let's get it. All right, let's do this right now. Let's call the case the State of Michigan versus Erica Renee Green. Case numbers SX11946664, counts 1 and counts 2. Mrs. Green, I don't know where you've been, but these cases are going to be dismissed because they are more than 7 years old. They dismissed the furnishing clause for the police officer. I'm going to dismiss them. They're 7 years old. They're over 7 years old. So I'm going to dismiss both of these matters, ma'am. And I'm going to waive the warrant fees. You're going to be responsible to pay the reinstatement fees. They're going to be $245 reinstatement fees. All right? All right. I didn't hear you, ma'am. You're on mute.
I'm sorry. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, state your name for the record anyway, just,
Erica Renee Green.
all right, very well. Both the matters are gonna be dismissed. I'm gonna waive the warrant fees and you're gonna pay the reinstatement fees, all right?
Okay.
All right, have a great day, man.
You as well. Thank you.
Can you put me in the breakout room with Officer Raymond?
Warrant Officer Raymond. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with, counsel.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Welcome. Okay, we're back on the record with Mr. Andrew Gibson. Counselor, I've given you an opportunity, Mr. Gibson, I've given you an opportunity to speak with counsel. Counselor, what does your client want to do?
Your Honor, Mr. Gibson would like to take advantage of the plea recommendation.
All right, is that your understanding, Mr. Gibson?
Yes, sir.
All right, can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, you can put your hand down, sir. Sir, you understand the maximum possible penalty is 93 days in jail, up to 93 days in jail, and or a $500 fine on these misdemeanors?
Yes, sir.
You understand you have a right to a trial in these matters?
Yes, sir.
You understand by taking this offer, you're going to give up that trial right?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record? I didn't hear that, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, very well. Let me draw your attention, Mr. Gibson, to December 25th on Christmas Day, 2019 at around 1:36 p.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of 7 Mile and Buffalo Street, sir. Did you have an occasion on that day to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes, I did.
And on that day, were you asked to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes, I was.
And you couldn't do so, could you, sir?
I did not. I did not.
Yeah, I heard you.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know if it matters which one you plead to. And on the same day, were you operating a 1997 Ford, sir?
Yes, I was.
And was it, why couldn't you produce that valid driver's license?
I didn't have one at the time.
All right. Is that because it was suspended or you just didn't have it?
It was suspended. I'm not sure at that point. I think it was suspended.
It doesn't matter. You just failure to display, you'll just plead to failure to display. That's what you're pleading to anyway, so that's gonna take care of that. On that 1997 Ford, sir, was there something wrong with the plates on that vehicle?
Yes, it was. They were improper plates.
And what made those plates improper? Were they the wrong plates for that vehicle? Were the plates not registered?
They were the wrong plates for that vehicle.
Okay, very well, sir. I'm gonna find you guilty of the amended count of failure to display a valid driver's license. That's gonna be a $240 fine, and guilty of the improper plate. That's another $245 fine. And with the stipulation of probable cause, I'm gonna dismiss the other 3 matters.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
Very well. I'm gonna waive any warrant fees. I'm gonna hold you responsible to pay the reinstatement fees, sir. When can you pay, sir?
Is that a total of 585.
Your Honor, Mr. Gibson posted a bond for these tickets. I think they're total $500, $100 for each one.
So here's how that's gonna work. So it's gonna be a total of, if you have a $500 fine, the fines and costs are gonna cost you today, $480. But you do have, I think, 4 or 5 reinstatement fees. So you're gonna actually have to come up probably with a few more dollars to, get clearances. But all I'm concerned about today is the 480. And you seem like you'll have enough to cover that. Again, we can go over that again. We can ask the clerk here to immediately apply, well, put in a request to apply the bond. You're gonna have to call this 313-965-5228 number. Or you can come down and, to the courthouse and you can ask them to apply that bond yourself. They'll immediately apply that bond. And, or you can pay it online, the 480, and then the bond or the money will, after it goes to the reinstatement fees, the balance of that will be returned to you, or you can do that at any DivDav kiosk. How would you like to do that, sir?
So if I pay the money, I'll be refunded. I'm not clear on the option, honestly.
All right. If you come down to the court and ask them to immediately apply that bond, that bond will go toward all your fines and costs. And it will, then if you have any money coming back, they'll return it to you in the mail. It doesn't seem like you'll have $500 will quite cover all your fines and costs and your reinstatement fees. So I would really suggest you just come down here and bring a couple extra dollars with you. And then you'll get it. Pardon me?
I'll come down in person and pay it.
And when, sir?
Oh, that would depend on honestly the remaining balance.
Let's just put a request in here. Dial this number, sir. When you get later on the day after we get it in the system, 313-965-5228. I'm gonna expect that you have this taken care of by September 3rd, 2021. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right. If there's nothing further, sir, you have a great day.
Really well.
All right. Put that request in to have that bond immediately applied. All right. This is the. Well, let's wait on Mr. Legs' case because he's got some more cases that aren't a part of this offer here. I'll say this to everyone, if you have a valid insurance and current registration for the vehicle, please let the court know. See if the city attorney will take that information under consideration when he's making the offer. Mr. Legg, your offer only encompassed,
What'd you say?
your offer only encompassed, it doesn't encompass all your matters, so I'm gonna pass this over to the city attorney. How many additional documents? He's got here.
I don't understand.
All right, hold on a second, sir. He's got 3 matters that have been, and then he's got 4 other matters that are pending. Let's see.
No, resident.
I've got some more in there.
Oh, it's mixed in with.
Yeah. Should be 3 other cases.
Thank you.
All right. Ms. Lanier. You're back, and I suspected that you have taken the Michigan Defensive Driving course, ma'am?
Yes.
All right. Did you forward me the proof of that course?
You said, did I or could I?
Well, I'm assuming that you didn't by the way you answered that question. So can you forward me that certificate, please?
Yes.
We'll put my information in the chat.
Okay. Okay, let's see.
And I suspect you're gonna give everybody a good lesson on what you learned in that class, right? That's why you've been and fixed your hair up and all nice and everything, right?
Yeah, I have a few things that were interesting to me that I learned.
All right.
1 second though, I'm gonna send this really quick.
You printed your insurance life.
Did I? So let's see, so. All right, what's that name? Legs?
Yes, sir. So I have 6 matters.
Are you related to Clarence Legs any kind of way, Mr. Legs?
Not that I'm aware of, sir.
Man, you would have, that's my main man. You would have probably, you messed that up, but. All right. He's got a no insurance, misdemeanor, unregistered, untitled, improper plates, and a driving while license suspended, which I was,
Look, I'm registered untitled,
it's not printed.
but you know what? I'm going to dismiss it. So it's FTD improper.
All right. Okay, let's call the case of Martez Leg. This is the city of Detroit versus Martez Deontay Legs, case number SP 109-83231, SP 109-8329, counts 1, 2, and 3. And then we have 2172769, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Ali Shido, P77614, on behalf of Mr. Legs, who is present via Zoom. Mr. Legs, can you please state your name for the record?
Martez Legs.
Okay, Mr. Legs, there's an offer here in the file for you to plead to 1 count of improper plates, and 1 count of failure to display a valid driver's license, amended count of failure to display a valid driver's license, and the other 3 cases will be dismissed. Sir, well, the other 5 cases will be dismissed. Sir, that will, the improper plates is a $240 fine. I'll fine you $240. That is a misdemeanor, but it does not abstract to the Secretary of State, therefore it doesn't carry any points. However, the failure to display is also a $240 fine, and it is a misdemeanor. However, it does abstract to the Secretary of State, and that'll carry an automatic 30-day suspension. You have a right to a trial, sir. Absolute right to a trial. If you want, we can get you a trial date, and I can put you in a breakout room if you want to talk to the House Counsel about any defenses that you may have against these matters. What would you like to do?
I just have a question. So, the 30-day suspension will start like after we finish today?
It should start today upon plea.
Okay. So like that means I can't get a license for 30 days?
How close?
Well, where are you in the process of getting a license?
The thing is, so about this time last year, I went to Zoom court with another judge at 36th District, and I paid somewhere around like, well, I posted a bond for $1,000, and I paid somewhere like around $850, and I just was, I thought that everything was clean and clear. I asked her about another court date that we couldn't really find, you know. So I attempted to go to the Secretary of State, and then I got the rest of those tickets. I'm sure that's what the other 3 or 4, the most recent tickets were for. And I was just trying to handle everything. So, I mean, I guess at this point I have to pay all this stuff and then go to the Secretary of State. I'm not sure how it works.
You just drive a record, see how close it is.
All right, we're gonna pull your driving record. Let's pull his driving record, see where you're at in the process. I do see, sir, that you were in court.
If you're saying anything, I can barely hear you.
I do see that you were in court last year and you got, I don't know, well, actually, you know, I understand that you were in court last year. And I don't know why these matters weren't taken care of, at least the 4 matters. Let's see, the other 3 matters. They wouldn't have been taken care of last year because you just got those in April. But
Yeah,
that procedure.
I think that might have been the misunderstanding. I'm not sure.
I don't know what misunderstanding there is. You were allegedly driving without an unregistered, untitled vehicle, no insurance, and without a license.
Yeah.
So that's why I try to make my court a one-stop shop, and I try the best I can to pull up all the matters that you have, so these type of things don't happen. But you still got another ticket in April for unregistered, untitled, and no insurance, and license improper. So I'm gonna allow the city attorney another look at this file to see if he wants to make a different recommendation for you, and then we'll get back with that. So we'll pass your matter, Mr. Leggs. So he's gonna look at it. Maybe it may get better. It may stay the same. I don't know.
Are you gonna take this in here?
Yeah.
Can I get in that room with Attorney Cheeto, Officer Raymond, and Christian?
Okay. Now, Ms. Lanier had the accident.
So do you want me to stick around, or what am I supposed to be doing now?
Yeah, you gotta stick around. Are you at work, sir?
Yes, but it's I talked to my boss. He's like aware of the situation. I have some time to
All right,
handle
we're
this.
gonna try to get it done as quick as possible. Just stick around for a minute. You might learn something here as well. All right.
Yes, sir.
Mrs. Lanier, I am in possession of your certificate for completion of the driving course. So let's start by calling your case. And we will turn it over to you in just a moment so you can let us know the many things that you learned from that.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna talk to you.
All right. All right, Counselor, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with the other counsel and the police officer and the defendant. Mr. Grisham, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room as well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What?
I didn't hear you.
A gentleman in the plaid shirt?
Are you driving? I don't think he's driving. You're not driving, are you, sir?
Hello?
Yeah, you. What's your name, sir?
Your video has stopped. I gotta do
My
this.
name is Jaquan Littleton. No, I'm not driving. I only can use my car charger.
I just got.
Okay.
If you do allow,
All right.
we're holding him up right now.
All right. So we're back on the record with Mr. Marquez legs, and the offer did get better for you, sir. In replace of that thing to display, they've offered an allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. And that is a misdemeanor. However, if you pay that ticket, I'll dismiss that ticket immediately upon payment. We'll take it under a 3-month delayed sentence, but I'll dismiss it immediately upon the payment of the $240. So you will not have anything that abstracts to the Secretary of State. You take care of these matters, you'll have clearances as long as you pay the $45 reinstatement fees, which is not going to be a part of this hearing today. It's just, I'm concerned just about the $480. Then you pay the reinstatement fees after you pay that $480, and then you'll have clearances, and you should be able to get your driver's license according to their driving record here.
Okay. You said $480 that I have to pay today?
Yeah, well, I'll give you some time to pay it, but the sooner you pay it, the sooner you'll be able to get your license.
No, I can. I want to pay everything as today if possible.
Okay, so if you want to pay everything today, and you want clearance, you want to be completely clear here in the 36th District Court, you're going to have to pay $480 plus another $180.
Okay, 480, and then the 180 goes to you or Secretary of State?
It's not gonna go to me, it's gonna go to the court. But
Okay.
the court is gonna forward that to the Secretary of State, but you would pay it all right here. So $660, you'll be completely clear here in the 36th District Court.
Okay.
You wanna take that deal, sir?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down, sir. You understand that the maximum possible penalty for these matters is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines, correct?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial in these matters?
Yes, sir.
You understand by taking this offer, you're gonna give up that trial right?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No, sir.
Okay, Mr. Legs, I'm gonna draw your attention to what is this, July 17th, 2020, at around 5:39 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Spinoza and Brennan Pool Drive. On that day, you were pulled over by a Detroit police officer.
Yes, sir.
On that day, did that police officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
I didn't have it.
Did that police officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes.
And you couldn't do so, could you, sir?
No, sir.
And why is that?
I wasn't a licensed driver.
Okay, very well. I'm gonna find you guilty of the amended count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. I'm gonna take that under a 3-month delayed sentence. But I told you I will dismiss that ticket immediately upon payment.
Yes.
All right, and sir, on that date and time, were you operating the 2005 Ford?
A 2005 what?
Ford.
Ford? Yes. Yep.
And was there something wrong with the plates on that vehicle, sir?
Yeah, they were improper, I believe.
And what made them improper?
They belonged to a different car.
Okay, that would be improper, sir. I'm going to take I'm going to find you guilty of improper plates. I'm going to fine you $240 in that. I gave you a 3-month delayed sentence for the allowing. So I'm going to just put 3 months on here for both of the matters. You said that you wanted to pay those immediately. I'm going to also dismiss the allowing an unlicensed driver to drive immediately upon payment. And with the stipulation of probable cause, I will dismiss all the other matters. And a lawyer's in the breakout room with the client, so I'm sure he's going to stipulate to that. All right. If there's, so, sir, you understand you got 480 here. I put in November 29th, 2020, just because you have that 3-month delayed sentence, but I would suggest you take care of this sooner rather than later. You can get that one misdemeanor dismissed, and you can get, if you pay those reinstatement fees, sir, you can go, you can have a clearance here at 36th District Court. You have any questions?
This is still for 660, correct?
Yes, that was my calculation, 660.
Okay, and the clearance fees is included in this, you said?
The clearance fees are included in that.
Okay, thank you.
All right, if there's nothing further, sir, have a great day.
All right, thank you, you too.
All right. No. All right, Mrs. Lanier.
Oh.
All right, let's call the case. Is it, let's see, Shiblis? Give it to me. So give it to me again? Chablis?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. This is the city of Detroit versus Chablis Fay Lanier, case number SP 114744441 and SP 114744451. I'm sorry to mispronounce your name, ma'am, but to date, Mrs. Lanier was here before, and her matter involved in an accident, and I have here that the offer, based on you just taking the class, is amending it to at least a failure to yield. But based on my writing and notes there, I'm under the impression that if you really hit a home run on telling us what you learned and bringing up some insightful information to everybody in court today and on Zoom, then the city attorney will be inclined to better that offer.
Okay.
So I do have your certificate, ma'am, and what I will do at this point is I will turn it over to you, and you can let us know what you got out of that class. The more substantive information you bring, the better the offer is going to be.
Okay. Let me look through my notes real quick.
She took notes too.
Yeah, I took a lot of notes. So let's see. Okay, so first I want to talk about some of the statistics that stood out to me. This is chapter 1. In chapter 1, I learned that 50% of all collisions caused by drivers are caused by drivers between the ages of 16 and 24 years old. I also learned that 24% of all fatal collisions involve drivers between those same ages, 16 and 24 years old. So I guess the younger drivers cause a lot of accidents and fatalities on the road.
And you seem like you fall right just outside of that age group. Is that correct?
What was that?
You fall just outside of that age group, right? You're 25?
Yeah, just outside of that age group, yeah. It also mentioned the youngest drivers and the oldest drivers cause a lot more accidents than middle-aged drivers. The younger drivers cause more accidents because they're just more irresponsible and inexperienced. And older drivers tend to cause more accidents because age declines their motor skills and ability to react quicker to accidents. One thing I learned in chapter 1 that was interesting to me is that I didn't know this, but one-way streets they exist to eliminate confusion in heavily traveled areas, and they keep the flow of traffic moving. I live on a one-way street, so I thought that was I never knew the purpose of them. But the risks with one-way streets are one-way drivers and improper turns. So, these streets exist to mitigate traffic, help it flow, but it does have risks. Like I said, one-way drivers and improper turns. One thing that I didn't know is that trucks have a special bar affixed to the rear that extends down from their trailer, and it's designed to prevent cars from going underneath the large trucks. So I didn't know that. I thought that was pretty cool. Chapter 2 was about distracted driving, and let me find.
So that, at least that one area of accidents, as far as the trucks are concerned, has directly relates to what you were being charged with as far as the failure to stop within a sure clear distance.
Yes. Hold on. Okay, so in the distracted driving chapter, I learned that 80% of crashes and 65% of near crashes involve some form of driver inattention. So distracted driving is like a really big cause. It says 80% of crashes. And also drowsiness can increase a crash risk by 4 times. So I thought that was interesting. Hold on, there was something about drinking. 1 second. There was this one fact.
All right, ma'am, let me ask you this. Did it have any, what did it talk about as far as speeding is concerned?
It talked about speeding over and over, like all throughout the course. Speeding is one of the number 1 like risks that can make you vulnerable to accidents. Speeding is also a sign of like aggressive driving. It can make you it can lessen your control over your vehicle, which is why it makes you more prone to accidents. The reason it's so dangerous is because you aren't able to scan your environment or, you know, pay attention to things as you should when you're going faster, which you know, causes accidents. I learned a scanning technique in chapter 3. The acronym is SIPDE, and it stands for scan and search, which is when you should look ahead 15 seconds, you know, around you every 15 seconds. And then on freeways, it should be like every 5 seconds. You should be scanning around you. The I stands for identify, which is identify hazards. The P stands for predict, and that's predicting possible outcomes that affect your safety. D stands for decide on sensible course of action. And execute stands for, or E stands for execute, which is choose the course of action and act on it.
So that's SIPED.
SIPDE.
SIPDE, scan, inspect.
Yes.
Predict, decide, and execute, correct?
Yes. And that is to, like, you know, mitigate or try to prevent crashes from happening. That's like a scanning technique that you do. So this one thing about accidents is that it recommends holding onto the steering wheel because that can prevent and help injury, you from getting injury, and keep your body loose. I didn't even know of those things. Hold on, I want to get to the, okay.
What you have done today has been probably, I think you probably have one other person, and I forget the gentleman's name, that has brought more information than anybody that we've had to this course. You've also brought information that I have never heard. I mean, I did know the scan, and I never heard the acronym, but I did know that you're supposed to look around and your surroundings but I didn't know that it was every 5 seconds and every 15 seconds. I didn't know about the one-way and why the one-way streets are where they are. And one thing my father always used to impress upon me is that you don't get paid for knowing how, you get paid for knowing why. And that information about why the streets are, or the one-way things are there. It was very enlightening to me. I never understood why, and so that was something that I learned as well. Ma'am, you've convinced the city attorney. You've done such a good job, and you've taken this thing seriously. You've convinced the city attorney that he's putting a recommendation in to dismiss both your matters.
No.
Yeah, so you won't have to worry about any points on your license, ma'am. I do not see any reinstatement fees that you owe, and there's no warrants out. So there's no warrant fees that I would need to waive. But we just appreciate you taking the matter seriously. And it seems like you learned something, and that's gonna help you to become a better driver. That's one of the goals for us to allow people to take the course. I think that everybody should have to take this course, or at least a refresher course in driving, just after so many years anyway. But that is another reward, sort of selfishly, that you got to take the course in order to get a better deal, and you've done that. All right.
Thank you so much.
All right, and thank you so much for bringing that useful information to the court, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, cases are going to be dismissed. Is there any further questions, Ms. Lanier?
No.
All right, have a great day, ma'am.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye. What are we doing with Mr. Grisham?
I'm waiting for Attorney Shield.
Your Honor, Mr. Grisham would like to take advantage of the plea recommendation.
All right, let's go with that. Let's call it a case. This is the city of Detroit versus Carl Daewoo Grisham. Case numbers SP 1057410, counts 1 and 2. SP 11727-341. SX 8656961. 1343-61051. 1442-58081. SP 1172729, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
May it please this honorable court, Dante Goss, P60162, on behalf of the city of Detroit.
Ali Shado, P77614, on behalf of Mr. Grisham, who is present via Zoom. Mr. Grisham, can you please state your name for the record?
Carl Gresham.
Your Honor, I also have Officer Raymond. Can you put your name and badge number, department on the record?
Officer A. Raymond, badge 3140 with 211th Precinct, Detroit Police Department.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, Mr. Grisham. Good morning to you, Officer Raymond.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Okay. Officer Raymond, can you speak up? The court reporter didn't hear you.
Do you need me to reintroduce myself?
Yes, sir. Yes, please.
Okay. Officer A. Raymond, badge 3140 with Detroit Police Department.
Thank you. Your Honor. I had the opportunity to have a conversation with the defense counsel of Mr. Grisham, and I reviewed his driving record. And I also spoke to Officer Raymond regarding Mr. Grisham's matter, and he is eligible to get a driver's license once these matters resolved. So I made an offer of allowing him unlicensed driver and also violating traffic matter due to the fact that Mr. Grisham is so close to getting a driver's license. We didn't want to impede, any further to get his driver's license after this matter is resolved.
Okay, so what I'm looking at is some cases, Mr. Grisham, that aren't on the register of action, rather aren't on the docket today. Okay, so what is the recommendation?
Allowing a licensed driver and one count of blockading traffic.
All right,
And there's also one state matter and mixed in there.
but the day is the date and time, was that state matter written by this officer?
No, Your Honor. No, it's actually from the state trooper.
So the state trooper is not here today, so we're not even gonna we're only gonna deal with the matters that address Officer Raymond. So what we'll do,
Your Honor, I want to dismiss all the DPD matters, Your Honor.
okay. And then, all right, let me say this. So if you're gonna dismiss all the DPD matters,
Besides the two for Officer Raymond.
okay, all right.
So the other officers, I'm dismissing. So it's to make it cleaner.
Now, Counselor, which I don't think was a part of this, your client got another ticket for driving while license suspended on 7/30/2021. And blocking traffic as well on that same date. So it appears that he was hanging out, leaving the club on Congress and Brush, and he's blocking traffic, trying to talk maybe to a female or a friend, and the police pulled him over and he didn't have a driver's license. So that's not up for trial today.
Blocking traffic, we dismiss.
Okay, so now I got a recommendation to blocking traffic. That's $175, and then what was the other ones?
We dismiss the other matter that's, you said it was two charges, right?
You got, yeah, and then the allowing, what is he pleading to?
You're saying to allowing and two blocking traffic.
And two blocking traffic.
Yes, Your Honor. And we dismiss the other driver without a license.
All right, did you hear that recommendation, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Who's that on there? All right. Mr. Grisham is who I'm speaking with.
Mr. Grisham, so they're gonna, for those two recent tickets that you received, they're gonna dismiss one and they want you to plead responsible to the blockading. So you'll be pleading to allowing an unlicensed person to drive and to 2 counts of blockading, and they're gonna dismiss the rest. Is that okay?
Okay.
Where's the spot?
Get it back to you.
Okay. I don't have it. Okay, let's go with this. Sir, you understand that, can you raise your right hand? You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you put your hand down, sir. All right, you know today is the date and time set for a trial in the matter, correct?
Yes.
And it appears that your counsel has worked out a resolution with the city attorney and to resolve the matter to you pleading the 2 civil infractions of blocking traffic. Those are going to be $175 a piece. And then 1 allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. That's going to be a $240 fine. I'll do you for the same for you as I've done for everybody else on the allowing. I will take it under a 3-month delayed sentence, but I'll dismiss that ticket as immediately upon payment, sir. And then with stipulation of probable cause, the rest of the matters are going to be dismissed. Is that your understanding, sir?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Let's go business. Do you understand, sir, that you have a right? Do you understand you have a right to a trial?
Yes.
You understand that the maximum possible penalty for these misdemeanors are 93 up to 93 days in jail and or a $500 fine?
Yes.
And you understand by taking this offer, you're going to give up that trial right?
Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No.
Okay, sir. Let me do this.
Yes, miss.
That's blocking traffic. Okay, sir, I'm gonna draw your attention to July 30th, 2021, at around 2:30 a.m. in the area of Congress and Brush. Did you have an occasion on that day to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer, sir?
Yes,
And on that day, did that police officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
yes,
And you couldn't do so, could you, sir?
no.
I'm gonna, and why is that?
My license was suspended.
And I'm gonna find you guilty of the amended count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. How did that turn out? And on that same date and time, sir, were you some way in the middle of the street blocking traffic? What did you do?
I was pulling out a parking lot and one of my friends had stopped me to ask me where was I about to go. And at that time, the police pulled behind me and told me to pull over.
And you were in the lane of traffic, correct?
Yeah,
Stopped you weren't stopped, there wasn't a light there or any signal, signaling you to stop, was it?
no,
All right, I'm gonna find you responsible for blocking traffic. I'm gonna fine you $175 for that matter, and I'm gonna fine you guilty of the amended count of allowing unlicensed driver to drive. And I'm gonna fine you $240 in that matter. And let's see, where is that other blocking traffic? All right, let me draw your attention on March the 10th, 2021 at around 5:56 p.m. in the area of 7 Mile and Beach, sir. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer on that day?
yes,
And were you pulled over because you ran a red light, sir?
yes,
Okay. I'm gonna find you responsible to the amended count of blocking traffic in that matter. And I'm gonna fine you $175 for that. With the stipulation of probable cause, Counselor, I'll dismiss all the other matters.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
All right. Sir, when can you pay these, when can you pay these? I'm inclined, you got really 3 months on the allowing, but you need to get this paid before then, sir, because you got a very good deal here today.
I can pay him by Monday.
All right, by Monday. So what I'm gonna do is, I am going to put in the system September 3rd, 2021. Let's get you back in here on next week, Friday, to see where you are with these payments, because you're gonna have a lot of, well, not many. You're gonna have, I'm gonna waive the warrant fees. And you're gonna have some reinstatement fees. Really, I'm concerned about the 240. I'm really concerned about $590 by next Friday. You come in with that $590 and make sure you have that paid before you get here, and then we'll dismiss the allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. All right?
Okay.
Can you let them know how much his reinstatement fees are? Because
He's got a host of reinstatement fees, and they're gonna be, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have at least 8.
Your Honor, the reason why I wanted him to know how much his reinstatement fees is because he really should be working on those to get his driver's license. 'Cause that would be the only thing stopping him from getting his driver's
All right,
license.
you hear that, sir?
Yes.
All right, you got at least $385 in reinstatement fees. So I'm not concerned about the reinstatement fees. All I'm concerned about is the $590. The other $385 is gonna need to be paid, or whatever else you have in reinstatement fees is gonna need to be paid before you can get a driver's license. So you can put that in this file. Do you have any further questions, sir?
No.
All right, if there's nothing further, you have a great day, sir. I'll see you back. I want you back in here next week on September 3rd.
What time?
8:30 a.m.
Okay.
All right, you can put that in there too.
Thank you.
Dismiss as well. All right, there, very well. Have a great day, sir.
You too.
Thank you, Officer Raymond.
Thank you, officer. Have a safe and be safe out there.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, this is the city of Detroit, racing Jaquan Denzel Littleton, case number 19-701494, counts 1, 2, and 3. Please.
Alishedo P77614 on behalf of Mr. Littleton, who is present via Zoom. Mr. Littleton, can you please state your name for the record?
Jaquan Littleton.
Okay, Mr. Littleton, there's an offer here in the file to plead to the amended count of failure to display a valid driver's license and dismiss the other 2 counts. I'll fine you $240, and I will, that does carry is a misdemeanor, and it does carry an abstraction to the Secretary of State that it's going to suspend your license for an additional 30 days. I don't know how far you are away from getting a license, sir.
My license should still be valid, so can you check my driving record to see if I have any other issues
Pull his driver's
after the
license.
30 days?
Your license is valid now?
I mean, not valid, but it hasn't expired.
Well, is it valid or is it not? We'll find out real quick.
What's his name?
Mr. Littleton, Jaquan. If your license is valid, then we'll see if we can get you another offer. And it depends on how close you are. We'll see if we can get you another offer as well. If he's been granting that to other people, I don't see why he wouldn't grant it to you.
Okay, thank you.
So we'll pass it. Hold on a second. We'll pass it until we get that driver's license. All right.
All right.
Where's Latoya Greer? Miss Greer, where are you? All right, your license is currently suspended, sir. Let me see if I can ascertain why. It looks like this is what's gonna suspend your license, so it looks as though if you take care of these matters, you'll be able to get a license. I'm gonna let that city attorney look at that, and we will see if he'll afford you another offer.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Let's, Mrs. Greer did not answer. I see she's on there. Who is Landrum?
Yes.
I got stopped by an officer about 2 days ago, and I was told I had a ticket with you guys. So I don't know what's going on. That's why I'm here. I have no recollection of this ticket or anything. So I called the number I was told to give, and I was told to come into the courtroom.
Miss Greer is here.
All right, let's call this case so that we can. I'm gonna, run Mr. Landry's driver as well. Please. Here's this.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna wait on your matter to get your driver's record, Mr. Landry, as well. Okay, let's call Mrs. Greer.
Lance.
Whoa. All right. We'll be along. This is the city of Detroit versus LaToy, Tanae, Greer. Case number is SP 1125166, counts 1, counts 2. We'll include these matters that are in default. SP 1125168, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1128073, counts 1, 2, and 3, which are all in warrant status. SP 1132577, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1211347, counts 1 and counts 2 and count 3. SP 12114941. And then there are just a host of other matters that have just been neglected 2 months ago. So we won't include those. Appearance for the record, please.
Holly Shado, P77614, on behalf of Ms. LaToy Greer, who is present via Zoom. Ms. Greer, can you please state your name for the record?
LaToy Tanae Greer.
All right, Mrs. Greer. Where are you, ma'am?
I can't hear you.
Where are you? I need to see your face.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. You can see my face?
Yeah. When are you gonna get this stuff together?
I'm getting together ASAP. I work for MGM Grand Casino, and I cannot have no tickets or no warrants out for my arrest at all.
So
I
when
just
did
started
you
working. I've been working at MGM Grand for 3.5 months now.
3.5
I'm
months?
trying to get my life together. I've been going through a lot.
fees for you. Let's see what we have.
I can't hear anything. My phone is low.
What's that? What did you? That's Mr. Littleton. He's,
Yeah,
Little John, is it Littleton, right?
Littleton.
Yes. He's got, right there, these are what are suspending his license, and if the failure to display is gonna give him another 30-day suspension.
My only concern is these are 2019 tickets. But since I give it to them, but no more breaks in my bag.
All right, let's pass this matter. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Littleton. Mr. Littleton, based on your driving record and based on the fact that the city attorney realizes that these are the only matters that you have to clear up to get your license back, he's going to offer you an allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. It's going to be a $240 fine. I'll dismiss that immediately upon payment. You're going to have to pay some reinstatement fees, I believe. Yeah, you got 3 reinstatement fees that you're going to have to pay on top of that $240. That's not going to be a part of this record here, but it is going to be something that you're going to need to do before you can approach the Secretary of State to get a license. You have an absolute right to a trial, sir, so I can give you a trial date if you want that on these matters, or you can take this deal, or you can speak to the House Counsel if you want to get some more information regarding this thing.
Okay, so I pay how much is the reinstatement fees?
You got $240 in the fine, and you got another $135 in reinstatement fees. So my calculation is $375.
Okay, and once I pay that, I have to set up a appointment for the Secretary of State to get my license back.
I don't know if you have to set up an appointment. You may be automatically reinstated, but it wouldn't be a bad idea to set up an appointment.
Okay, so I shouldn't get the 30-day suspension?
You won't get the 30-day suspension if you take this deal.
Okay, yes, I'll take the deal. And
all right, can you ready? Say that again?
I was asking, can I send the money in? Or
you can go on the DivDav kiosk and pay it. You can pay it at any DivDav kiosk. You can pay it online, or you can come into court and pay it.
We can pay it online, right? You know how to do it like that. Okay, I'm going to pay it online as soon as we get out of court.
And say expiration 5/9/2022. So it should automatically because it's still a valid license.
All right. So the city attorney, I just learned a little something new today. The city attorney says as soon as you pay it, you'll get clearances, and it should be reinstated automatically. You wouldn't have to go to the Secretary of State. I still would make that appointment just to make sure, though. And then it's going to be a couple days. Even though we get the clearances here immediately and send it over to the Secretary of State, I've seen it take a couple of days. So I don't want you to get caught out there with another driving while license suspended either.
Yes.
All right. So can you raise your right hand, sir?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, you can put your hand down. You understand that the maximum possible penalty for this misdemeanor is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fine, sir?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial?
Yes.
You understand by taking this offer, you're going to give that trial right up?
Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No.
Okay, sir, I'm going to draw your attention back to, what is this? August, or September the 7th, 2019 at around 11:05 a.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Schaefer and West Outer Drive, sir. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer on that day?
Yes, sir.
And on that date, did that police officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes, sir.
And you couldn't do so, could you, sir?
No.
And why is that?
I don't think I have my physical license on me.
Was your license suspended at that time? Hey, well, I'll tell you what. According to your thing, it really wasn't suspended at that time.
It wasn't.
I don't think so, AJ. I think it got reinstated the day before.
Yes, sir. I paid some tickets the day before.
Look at that. Did you see that? It's on the ones that he had out there that was somewhere in Lincoln Park or. So on the 36 matters, violation, judgment, waiver, sanction, reinstate date 9/6/2019, 9/6/2019. He got the violations on. He got a violation on conviction there, so let's go to violation date 4/30/2015, conviction date 6/16/2011, and 7/6/27/2016, conviction date 7/18, and move on. City Administration.
Reinstatement dates.
They don't have reinstatement, so let's go to the reinstatement dates. Judgment and sanction for the 36 matters was 9/16/2019. Judgment and sanction 9/6/2019.
Right. And it should be suspended, correct?
It shouldn't have been suspended. Shouldn't have been suspended.
When did you get these?
9/7, day after his reinstatement.
But you know how you said it may take a couple of days. So when they ran it, it showed suspended because it didn't go all the way through the system.
Well, that's them.
That's Secretary of State.
Yeah. Right. And then his charge was.
What's the other charge?
It's unregistered, untitled, and.
Still improper picture.
Well, we can still do the allowing if he doesn't have a misdemeanor. I don't know. What kind of record do you have, sir? Do you have misdemeanors on your record? Do you have any misdemeanors?
Just trying.
I'm not sure.
No, so, sir, let's ask you this.
Yes, I do.
Did he lose himself or he lost it? All right. He lost it. All right, let's go back on the record with Mrs. Greer, Latoya Greer.
Yes.
When he comes back, we're gonna get him out of here, so. Latoy, is it Latoy Greer?
Yeah, it's Latoya Greer.
All right, sorry about that, man. All right, so I'm just trying to put all this together. So we have that. Those three.
I don't have no explanation about anything. I have not been responsible at all or taking care of my priorities, not one bit.
All right, well, you're taking care of them now, so
Yes, I am.
that's the important part. You're working, so you're gonna be able to pay these fines and costs.
Yes.
And hopefully, you continue to start taking care of your priorities from this day forward. That's
I
the
will,
most.
sir. Because I want to keep my job. I need my job.
Yeah,
And
I
I
mean,
have children.
I would hope you want to take care of your priorities too. I mean, just because.
Your Honor.
Yes.
Yes, my phone went dead. I was able to log in on the other phone.
Okay, so we're back on the record with Mr. Littleton. So, Mr. Littleton, we were at the point of, did you not have a license to provide that day when the officer pulled you over?
No, I did not have a physical license.
All right, I'm gonna accept your plea to the amended count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. I will fine you $240 in the matter. I will dismiss with the stipulation of probable cause, Counselor, the other two matters.
So stipulated.
And Mr. Littleton, when can you pay?
I will pay today.
All right, I'm gonna put September 3rd in the system just for a date.
And just to be correct, Your Honor, that's still three reinstatement fees, total of $375.
Well, with 370, so 240 plus 135.
Yep, 375.
Yes. All right, you can pay that at any DivDav kiosk in the city of Detroit. You can pay that online. You can pay that, you can come down to the court and pay that. But if you pay that, I would, it seems as though you would be reinstated automatically, but I would check the Secretary of State just to make sure. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right, if there's nothing further, sir, I appreciate your patience. You have a great day.
Oh, you too. Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, let's go back on the record with Ms. LaToya Greer. And I was in the process of trying to put all this together. So that All right, Counselor, on 3 of the matters, I'm going to give Ms. Greer an opportunity to be heard. I'm going to set aside the defaults on 3 of the civil infractions.
Hello,
So that-
Ms. Greer is back. My phone lost connection.
All right, we're back on the record with Ms. Greer. For 3 of the matters, Counselor, I'm going to allow the court to set aside the default in the matters. And so she can be heard on those 3 matters. They happened during the pandemic, and I routinely allow those to be set aside. Then we have
Your Honor, I counted 24 matters that include the 3 that are on the docket today.
yeah, well, I'm not gonna get into all of those other matters that she just neglected for years ago. You know, it seems like Mrs. Greer, and I don't know what was going on with Mrs. Greer's life in those years, but it seems like you know, it doesn't even seem like it. She's neglected to deal with these things for whatever reason.
Because I was out of work. I was out of work and I had to move in with my disabled grandparents. I lost a lot of things. And I just got back on track due to my mom helping me out.
Well, why does that stop you from at least coming into court, ma'am?
Well, that didn't stop it. I don't know. I have no answer for that.
Yeah, I mean, I would accept. Listen, I understand hard times, right? And I definitely understand that. You know, I've lived it myself, but I don't understand just neglecting things, just not showing up. A lot of times, you give when you're in those hard times, you show up anyway. And you face it, and then some people can offer you probably some assistance in helping you with these matters. But just not showing up, it just shows that you're just doing what you want to do.
Yeah, yes, I understand. And I tried when I came to court, with a few of my tickets, and then after that, everything crashed for me.
You're breaking up. You're breaking up.
So I went into depression really hard.
You're breaking up, man.
What I was saying was I was trying to pay on my ticket. I don't know why my phone breaking up like that. But I was stating, am I still breaking up?
No, you're better.
I was trying to pay on my tickets. And then that's what I'm saying. I lost my job. As I'm stating, I lost everything. And I couldn't get my mind back right. And no, I don't have no explanation why I didn't come to court or anything. I didn't come because I didn't have the money. And then I was scared to come to court because I didn't know what the outcome was going to be. I'm being honest.
All right. Well, we're glad you're here now, ma'am. And it sounds like you're getting things your life together, and that's very good. So what I'll do, ma'am, is if you show a commitment that you're willing to pay this stuff and get this stuff together, like I told the other people, I will go back in time and I will once you start taking care of these immediate obligations, I'll go back in time and I'll see what I can do for you on the obligations that have been out there for. All right, we lost her. All right, who is baby out? That bailout baby. Who is bailout baby?
I think it's ball out baby, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, ball out baby. If they got that kind of moniker, then they got plenty of money. Right, counselor?
Oh, yeah.
They muted themselves, so they're making some attempt to do something.
He wasn't on mute when we were on the record.
No, he wasn't on mute, or she wasn't on mute. They can hear us. Ball out, baby, please unmute yourself and show us your video.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
What's this? Put your video on, sir.
You can hear me?
This? Yeah.
It's Kyrie Lance.
Are you balling out like that?
No, this is my I don't know why I say that. I think this is my phone name.
You know why I'm saying that.
No, I don't, sir.
They don't
This
call
my
you,
phone
they
number.
don't call you Ball Out Baby? Or
No,
you don't
sir.
call yourself Ball Out Baby?
This ain't even my phone, sir. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
All right. Yeah, he dropped that name real quick when I talked about some money. Mr. Lance.
Yes, sir.
Get Tyree Lance, please. What's going on with this computer?
He's up there.
Yeah. How'd you know he was gonna be coming in?
He called me.
Oh, he called. All right. Let's see here. All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Kyrie Malcolm Lance. Case number SX3. All right, let's get back to Mr. Greer. Hold on, I'll call him in a minute, Mr. Lance. I have matters here, Mr. Lance.
Mrs. Lance's video connection is poor.
Ms. Greer.
All right, Mrs. Lance. Mrs. Greer, you mean?
Yes, Ms. Greer.
All right, Ms. Greer, can you turn your video off, please? Ms. Greer, can you turn your video?
Okay.
All right, does that make it better? Ms. Greer? We're gonna have to give you a new date, ma'am, so you can get your device together.
Okay, absolutely. I totally agree.
Say that again?
I said, I agree with you.
All right, let's give Ms. Greer a new date. Let's set aside the warrants. Let's recall the warrants for Mrs. Greer. And let's enter a not guilty plea on her behalf. Let's set a when can you come back, ma'am?
I mean, whatever date you have for me, I don't have to be to work.
A date, but you want to get this stuff done sooner rather than later, right?
Yes, I do. That's why.
So I'm trying to give you an opportunity to work around your schedule. When do you work in the morning?
Yeah, I work from 12 to 8.
12 to 8. So
yes.
What's a good day for her to come back? September 3rd? That's on a Friday. You can give me a close date on the calendar.
That'd be fun.
You think so? All right, come back next Friday, September 3rd, 2021. I'm gonna set it for a pre-trial and the warrants will be recalled.
Okay.
0 personal bond. All right. If there's nothing further, we'll see you next week.
All right. Have a good day.
You as well. All right, Mr. Lance.
You can hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's try it again. Let me get all of this matters first situated. 1, 6, 3, 6, that's 2, 4. got a disregard the red signal. I'll allow that to be heard. It was from 2019. So I'll allow that to be heard.
John.
And so let's call the cases. This is the City of Detroit versus Kyrie Malcolm Lance. Case numbers SX 3871643, counts 1 and 2 and 3. Case number 1946500871, that's in default, civil infraction. Case number 20455-260, count 1, that is in warrant status. And case number 20455-2611, that is in default. Appearance for the record, please.
Ali Shiedo P77614 on behalf of Mr. Lance, who is present via Zoom. Mr. Lance, can you please state your name for the record?
Kyrie Malcolm Lance.
All right. So we got 3 state cases. One's a speeding, insurance, misdemeanor, no ops. And then we have 1, 2, 3 city cases. One's a no ops. One's a disregard of red, and another one's a defective equipment. I have a recommendation for the city to plead to amended count of failure to display. And you already know that's going to automatically generate a 30-day suspension. And it dismisses the one count that dismissed, so we'll dismiss the other count of defective equipment. Then what we'll do for the state is we will just offer you an impeding traffic for the 1 to 5 over and dismiss the other 2 counts. So you'll have basically a $240 fine, which will be a misdemeanor, and a $175 fine. That if you also have a right to a trial in these matters, so we can set you a trial date if necessary. And we can give you let's speak to the city attorney regarding it if you want to get into any specifics about defenses or anything else like that.
So you saying my license will just be suspended for 30 days? Would I have to pay reinstatement fees?
You're gonna have to pay at least 1 reinstatement fee.
So would I have to do like the whole process over with getting my license?
Let me pull this license, please.
Your Honor, did you want to put in a breakout room?
I'm gonna look at his license and see where he's at. Doesn't have a bad record. All right, so did you take care of Hamtramck, sir?
Yes, sir. I just I had signed a plea. I want to say like a good 2 to 3 weeks ago, and we had signed a plea, and I had paid on that because they had moved it down, I believe, to operating or something.
Impeding traffic.
Yeah, they had put it down some. So yeah, the only thing I got to just worry about is Detroit. I paid Southfield and I paid Hamtramck. And the whole reason I didn't take care of Detroit, because when I went down there to pay the ticket, she had told me that it was a $40 hold on it that the judge had to relinquish. And she was like, it don't make no sense to pay all the tickets if the hold's still on there. So she said, wait till I had seen a judge. And she said, try to call the number that's on the paper too. And so I've been trying to call the number to get in contact with the judge to see with you, sir, to see if I can get the $40 fee from Secretary of State relinquished. And so that's just what I've been. I'm just trying to take care of these Detroit ones now.
All right. Do you play basketball, sir, or did you ever play basketball?
No, sir. I was playing football and soccer.
My son plays soccer.
That's my favorite sport.
He just had a first game last night. He plays for Michigan State University.
What do you play?
He plays right back.
Okay. Yeah, I used to play.
He got an assist last night too.
Okay. I used to play center field and goalie.
All right. So, do you still play out in leagues and stuff?
Right now, I had a car accident, I want to say like a year ago. So I couldn't really been playing because I had herniated disc, so I haven't been really playing like that.
You ever go down there to the Mexican League in Southwest Detroit?
Yeah, once or twice.
All right, he knows his way around. All right, so it appears that your license is being held up for these matters.
Right. Yeah, that's what because I had went to the police station recently and they had told me that it was this ticket more than likely why it was still suspended. So he was saying like once I pay this ticket, that was like a week ago.
I asked him all that. You know why I asked you all that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Because I still believe that ball out baby is on your phone.
No, sir.
I still believe that. And that's why I asked him, because either he's making a whole lot of money or he's playing some sports and he's balling out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna have my city attorney look at the file and see if he can get you something that doesn't require that extra suspension. I'm gonna allow. I told him I'll give him that blocking traffic for the state speeding ticket, and I'm gonna dismiss the state matter pending complete the city matter.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Well, let me see. I'm just telling the city attorney what I'm gonna do. He's gonna be the one that is going to figure out. This Landrum guy, he never did call back in, did he? He's the one that walked in, right?
Yeah.
He could have got his matter dismissed because he has a valid driver's license.
Right, exactly. Said he didn't know anything about the ticket.
Do you have his number?
No, I don't know. Oh, I can probably put some food on.
So he's got for 5 matters. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be 6 matters because I allowed he's got the defective equipment civil infraction from 2020, and then he's got the disregard of red signal that I allowed from 2019.
Okay, so
And I did that before I knew he was a soccer player, so there's no bias. I just did,
all right, allowing and locating and defensive defective equipment.
all right, so he's gonna make you eat the defective equipment. I'm gonna give you a blockading and allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. So you're looking at $240 plus $175 plus, we'll get you back to the original amount of the defective equipment of $120.
Thank you,
So
sir.
you're at $535 today.
Okay.
Can you handle it?
Is that included with the reinstatement fees or no reinstatement fees?
No, you're gonna have one, maybe two reinstatement fees of $90. So, I mean, $45 a piece, but we'll just, one reinstatement fee. One reinstatement fee.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so then you're gonna be looking at $580. And then you'll have it appears that your license will automatically be reinstated
Okay.
as soon as you pay that $580.
Okay.
When can you pay that?
I had just recently got paid and just paid rent, so probably in like 2 weeks because I'm on bi-weekly pay.
Raise your right hand, please, sir. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir, I do.
You can put your hand down. Sir, you understand that the maximum possible penalty for misdemeanors are 93 days in jail and or $500 in a fine?
Yes, sir.
And sir, do you understand you have a right to a trial in these matters?
Yes, sir.
You understand by taking this offer, you're going to give that trial right up?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No, sir.
Okay, sir, I'm going to draw your attention to the May the 7th, 2021 at around 7:25 p.m. Sir, did you have an occasion on that in the area of Fielding and Glencoe in the city of Detroit? Did you have an occasion on that day to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes, sir.
And on that date, would that police officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes, sir.
And you couldn't do so, could you?
No, sir.
And why is that?
Because my license was suspended at the time, sir.
Very well. I'm going to find you guilty of the amended count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. And I'll fine you $240 in that matter. I'll take it under a 3-month delayed sentence, and I'll dismiss the case immediately upon payment. Okay. Sir, on that date, were you operating a 2009 Honda, sir?
Yes, sir.
And what was wrong with that Honda that warranted this defective equipment or missing equipment ticket?
It was missing a bumper, sir.
All right, so I'm going to find you responsible for the defective equipment, sir. And that's going to be another $120 fine. If there's any reinstatement fee on that defective equipment ticket, we'll waive those reinstatement fees. All right. Let's draw your attention to April the 4th, 2021, in the city of Detroit at around 12:20 p.m. in the area of I-96 freeway in Evergreen, sir. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by a state trooper or Detroit police on that day?
Yes, sir.
And on that day, were you pulled over for speeding, sir?
Yes, sir.
And you were pulled over for speeding because you were in fact speeding, is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna find you, responsible to the amended count of blocking traffic. And I'm gonna fine you $175 in that matter. With the stipulation of probable cause, Counselor, I'm gonna dismiss the other matters.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
And I'll waive any warrant fees. You don't have any reinstatement fees on these matters.
Thank you, sir.
And then that seems like that'll cover everything, sir. So I'm gonna put in the system. I gave you a 3-month delay on the allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. I'm gonna put in the system pay by November 29th.
Okay.
2021. Hopefully you can get that paid in 2 weeks when you get your check.
Yes,
and
sir.
That way you can clear all this stuff up and you can get a valid driver's license. But you have until the 29th of November. That's a long time. I don't want that to linger out that far, but that I'll give you that time, sir. If there's nothing further, I hope you recover soon and be able to get back on that soccer field. My kids are introduced me to the sport, and I didn't realize what kind of sport it was until they started playing, especially on a higher level. But it can get pretty brutal out there, and you got to be fit. You got to have a lot of skills. So if you have some time on Monday, I don't know if anybody's got the Big Ten Network Plus. On Monday, Michigan State will be back at it. They won last night 2-1. They'll be back at it with Akron. And Akron's like one of the blue bloods of soccer. So it's going to be a tough battle for us. Hopefully we can beat them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go watch him one time and see how he play. But yeah, definitely.
Number 22, his name is Will Perkins.
Okay. I'm for sure remember that name watching tonight, actually. But yeah, soccer actually it's different. It's definitely different.
It's different. It's something that the goalie last night, he took a brutal hit. And lost the ball and they scored on us.
Yeah. That's one of the kind of worst positions. They be saying goalies take the most brute because we got to catch the ball at the force that it's always coming at and stuff of that nature. So it's really
and they're left out there putting themselves out there trying to get at the ball when it goes in the air and stuff. They're just hanging out there. Right. No pads, no nothing.
Right.
All right, sir. Good luck to you. If you can get that stuff paid, we can get that stuff dismissed.
All right. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it so much.
All right. Have a great day, sir.
You have a great day, too.
All right. No bulletin, no.
I called him and his number is not accepting calls. So I couldn't even leave a message because it was voicemail was full.
We'll send him a date. We'll put him we'll make sure he doesn't get his license suspended behind that. Okay. All right. Counselor, it's my first time seeing you in this courtroom. It was a pleasure having you.
It was the pleasure was all mine, Your Honor. It's a very nice thing that you go through these, through everyone's outstanding tickets, so they're able to handle everything at the same time.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to not to leave here. I know that one guy, he had cases that probably could have been heard, but they weren't, and he went to court back then, and now he's coming back with some tickets that he had 2018. So it just gives people some finality, and it stops them from having to come in and out, and then they can go get a driver's license. That's our main focus.
Yeah, no, that's a really nice thing that you do. Because I see that problem a lot, you know, where people come in, handle a ticket, think they're all set, and then they find out they have other tickets over here.
Yeah, so we try to do the best we can in doing that. I get some pushback from some of the lawyers because they're not, it's not on the docket, but I tell them, hey, it's traffic stuff. You guys are high-priced, highfalutin lawyers. You should be able to handle that stuff, no problem. But you did a fine job. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Your Honor. You guys have a good day. Thank you.
All right. You have a better one. Have a great weekend. All right. All right, Ms. Laws, I'm not gonna, Williams Laws, I'm not gonna hang up on you this time without saying bye.
So you know you did it.
Yeah, I kind of, every time I do that, I've done it twice, I think. And I don't mean